Hey everyone. So I've published 3 videos to my channel so far. In my first video, I showed how to calculate expected average, which is the mathematically optimal discard choice for any cribbage hand. In my second video, I reviewed a book that has done this math for every possible cribbage hand. The book is appropriately titled Cribbage Discards, and it's really useful because it shows the mathematically optimal discard for every cribbage hand. In my third video, I presented a quick guide to the theory of 26 and board position strategy. The reason I mention these 3 videos is, in this video, we're going to start tying those concepts together in a new series that I'm calling Troubling Cribbage Hands. So this is the first episode of what I hope to be many. That's the plan anyway. And the goal of this series is to help you become a better cribbage player by applying these concepts of board position and expected average. Let's dive in. There's a website called Daily Cribbage Hand. If you're not familiar with it, you might want to check it out because it's pretty cool. This site features a different cribbage hand every day. If you visit the site, you can vote on which 2 cards should be discarded. You can even leave a comment if you want to. Only 1 vote is allowed per hand, and all of the votes are tallied up and the results are shown. So you can see which discard pair receives the most votes. And then on the following day, a different hand is featured and you can vote on that hand. Here's an example from March 13 of this year. It shows the 6 cards, the current score, in this case is 0-0, and whether you're the dealer or non-dealer. So you would take that information into consideration and make your pick. Once you make your selection, you'll be shown which hand currently has the most votes, and you can also see the total number of votes cast. Since February 2007, there have been over 4,800 hands featured on Daily Cribbage Hand. This site is a great resource for practicing discarding. You can see others' choices and read the comments and get a sense of whether your own discarding is on the right track, or maybe learn a few things that maybe you didn't know previously. And you didn't hear it from me, but there are a few cribbage experts who regularly visit the site. This site is also a treasure trove of good discarding data. I've gone back and looked at every single hand featured. I've tracked all of this data, and to date there have been a number of hands that have been featured more than once. There's one hand in particular that has been featured more times than any other hand, 9 times so far, and that hand is this one, Ace 5, 6, 8, Jack Queen. And these are the 9 dates this hand has been featured. I'll provide links in the comments just in case you want to dive a bit deeper. Because this hand has been featured 9 different times, it seems fair to say that folks think this hand is interesting and they want to talk about it. So the first thing we want to do for this hand is calculate the mathematically optimal discard for both dealer and non-dealer. We can actually get this data from the Cribbage Discards book, but I wanted not only the best choice, but also the second and third best options as well. So I went ahead and calculated these. This might be a good time to mention, if you haven't already watched my first video on expected average, you might want to go back and watch it, as this data will make a lot more sense once you watch that video. So I've calculated the top 3 options for this hand for dealer, and the mathematically optimal discard choice is the 6-8 discard. The average hand value plus the average crib value results in the highest expected average value of these 3 options, meaning keeping the Ace 5 Jack Queen in hand and discarding the 6-8 to your own crib will earn you a total of 11.3 points on average. We see that the second option, discarding 5 Jack, and the third option, discarding Ace 8, have expected average values that are slightly less than discarding 6-8. So that's dealer. Let's look at the expected average values for the non-dealer. For the non-dealer, the mathematically optimal discard is the Ace 8. The expected average value for this choice is approximately 2.2 points. If you watch my video on expected average, you might remember that to calculate the expected average for dealer, we add together the average hand value and the average crib value. For non-dealer, the average crib value is subtracted from the average hand value. Why is it subtracted? Because the dealer gets to count the crib, and because expected average is the net result, we subtract the average crib value, not add. So we have 6-8 as the best discard as dealer, and Ace 8 is the best discard as the non-dealer. Let's look at the 9 different times this hand has been posted in the history of Daily Cribbage Hand. The table at the top shows the date, the score, DCH is Daily Cribbage Hand. To the right of that is the expected average, and we have a match column. The first time this hand was posted was August 22nd, 2008. The score is 80 to 95, and we're the dealer. On Daily Cribbage Hand, the top voted discard choice was 6-8. So the folks on Daily Cribbage Hand took into consideration where they were on the cribbage board, and the 6-8 discard was the top voted choice. We know the mathematical optimal choice as dealer is 6-8, so in this case, we have a match. The mathematically optimal choice of 6-8 is the right choice for that position on the cribbage board. The second time this hand was posted was August 14th, 2014, so almost 6 years later. We're dealer at 15, and the opponent is at the 18-point hole. Again, on Daily Cribbage Hand, the top voted choice for this position was the 6-8 discard as dealer. We know that 6-8 is the highest expected average. So again, we have a match. The next time this hand was posted, we're dealer again at 15 points. This time, the opponent is at the 12-point hole. The folks at Daily Cribbage Hand voted for 6-8. This aligns to the expected average value, and again, we have a match. The next time this hand was featured was 2015 in July. We're the dealer again at the 28-point hole, and the opponent's at 24. The top voted choice on Daily Cribbage Hand was 6-8. The highest expected average value we know is 6-8, and again another match. Now, the fifth time this hand was featured, we are now the opponent. So we're the opponent at the 74-point hole, and the dealer is at 84 points. According to the top voted choice on Daily Cribbage Hand, it was Ace-8. And if you remember, the Ace-8 is mathematically best choice as the dealer, as the opponent for this hand. So again, we have a match. Next time, 2016 in November, we're dealer at 24 and the opponent's at 31. The folks on the site voted for 6-8. The expected average value is 6-8. We have another match. In 2017, in April, this hand was featured, and this one's interesting because it's at the very end of the game. We're the opponent at 115 points. The dealer's at 118. We'll want to keep the hand that has the most points in hand. So that's discarding Ace-8 to the dealer, which aligns to the mathematically optimal choice of Ace-8, and we have another match. This hand was featured again in May of 2019, and the score is tied 8-8. We're the dealer. The folks on Daily Cribbage Hand voted for 6-8 as the top voted discard. This aligns to the expected average of 6-8, and another match. And the most recent time this hand was featured was in October of last year, with us as dealer at 78 points and the opponent at 81. Again, the top voted discard choice was 6-8 on Daily Cribbage Hand, and that aligns to the top expected average option, which is 6-8, and another match. So all 9 times this hand was posted in the history of Daily Cribbage Hand, the top voted discard lines up to the mathematically optimal choice. And that wraps up episode 1 of Troubling Cribbage Hands. I hope this video is helpful in showing you how to handle the hand Ace-5, 6-8, Jack-Queen. So the next time you get dealt this hand, you'll have a better idea of how to play it. Stay tuned for episode 2, it's a real doozy. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please feel free to hit the like button. If you really liked it, please consider hitting subscribe. It's totally cool if you don't. See you next time.